All right, Lap Traffic Nation, joining me on the line. You can follow him on Twitter at RaceWeather, along with Brian Newdorf at NASCAR_WXMAN. Welcome back to the show, Dr. Aaron Studwell. Sir, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm doing well, and yourself?
Hey, weather's finally breaking up here. I will take it. So I'm doing pretty good. Kevin Harvick won. I'm obviously doing pretty good for a Tuesday here. So I'll take where we're at.
Yeah, I hate to say ran away with it because it was a really good race until, say, the latter part of stage 3. But he really showed his experience at Darlington there.
Absolutely, and Bowman gave him a run for it. I got a little nervous there when Harvick wasn't able to clear on that last restart going into the backstretch. I was like, ooh, I wonder if, and whoever got that, provided there wasn't another caution, which there wasn't, probably would have sealed it. And Kevin got the lead in 3 and 4, which I think he didn't clear him until the front stretch, maybe going into turn 1 on the next lap. So
I think you're 100% correct on that. And I want to flip the coin on you here and say that's, I think, partially inexperience on Bowman's part with the tire fall off. And we saw that in stage 1 as well.
Yeah. Good call there. How was your weekend there, sir?
Busy. It was great to have racing back.
Absolutely.
It was, job applications and stuff like that keep me busy, but definitely put time aside for the racing, and it was great to see him back on track.
Yes. Well, we'll jump right into it here because I got to poke fun at you and Brian for fantasy here before we wrap things up. But let's start with tomorrow, Wednesday. Things are looking a little iffy, perhaps.
Yeah, unfortunately, that rain that you had in your area, that whole low pressure center is dropping down across the East Coast and is going to settle itself in over the Carolinas over the next few days. So, yeah, tomorrow's cloudy, chance of showers and thunderstorms, pretty scattered, isolated thunderstorms. High temperature of 73 and temps around race time of 60 unless they move it up again.
Yeah, it's tough. You got to think that they could. I know it's all TV time, but from they don't have to worry about fans, so they could move that up and not, worry about that. Most people are working from home, so it's not like, they got to worry about, making sure people could be in front of the TV. If they did a 6 o'clock thing even tomorrow, I would think a good chunk of people that want to tune in could tune in.
And I won't be surprised if they did. And for those people who follow me on Twitter, and if you don't, please follow me on Twitter at RaceWeather. But as I said on Sunday, for a multitude of reasons, they really want to get this in. And there's nothing. With it being on FS1, there's no broadcasting obligations that they can't cut into. If we say, hey, we have lights, we can run late, but NASCAR has already made preparations to look ahead to Thursday as well.
And how's Thursday looking, worst case situation here?
Thursday, if we go, well, if just Cup is postponed, they're going to go with a noon Eastern start on Thursday. That would leave a chance of showers and thunderstorms in the forecast, but they are forecast to move out that afternoon. So that'd be another case where, say, they don't even get invocation or the driver intros in tomorrow. It just rains, pours, and they don't do anything because of lightning. They would still have plenty of time to race on Thursday, but they will be very tired.
Yeah.
Because they'll have to go down there tomorrow and then likely go back or stay. I guess the drivers would stay in their campers.
Yeah, no,
they're not. However they're
not
doing
letting
it.
them do that. I think they'd have to leave and drive back. So.
Yep.
So, because they were not allowed to stay overnight on Sunday. Campers were there. They were able to go to them before the race started, but they were not allowed to be there. So curious to see how that would play. All right. Let's hopefully look to a brighter future here with Charlotte. How is the very early weather looking for, let's say, 600 in the Memorial? We don't even have to get to next Wednesday, but how's the early Sunday, Monday races looking?
For the Coke 600, we, going into the weekend or on this past Sunday when we did it for Patreon, it was actually looking okay. But now that, because the system was supposed to move through Sunday morning, now with it moving through a little bit slower, we're looking at variably cloudy skies and a chance of afternoon showers and storms.
Well, I think the 600's a 6 o'clock start. So hopefully
you are correct.
That will have plenty enough time to move out and track drying efforts can take place there.
Right. And that's a situation, too, where once sunset happens, we will start to see those storms die down a bit as well. So that'll be a favorable factor for Sunday.
Excellent. Most people have Monday off, so if this thing goes a little late, hey, who cares, right?
Hey, I'm up for it. It's just great to see, like I said earlier, just great to see him back on track.
Yeah, no, for sure. All right, so here's where I got to poke fun of you and Brian. So I was hoping, as you guys were both on last week, you guys are tied in the lapped traffic fantasy head-to-head for you and Brian with 2 wins apiece. And I was hoping that, I could have teased who's ahead right now, but both of you had to go and pick Denny Hamlin. So you guys are still tied. We'll see if a tiebreaker gets, there will be a tiebreaker change here, but we'll see what happens after tonight and tomorrow.
Yeah, we do have different picks for tonight and tomorrow. And now I was happy with Hamlin's run. Like we both said last week, he had a lot of, if you can have momentum to go from iRacing onto the track.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if that's a thing,
he had the mojo. He had the mojo.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you who else transitioned well from iRacing to studio reporting was Mike Joy and Jeff Gordon.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job not being there.
Yes, yeah, not easy. I can imagine when you're used to doing it there. I could see where that could have been a challenge there for sure. So, alrighty, sir. Well, it's I don't want to say it's completely bleak, but we've got some complications and hurdles, perhaps, which we knew there was going to be that type of a challenge, trying to squeeze in 7 races in 11 days. But everyone, make sure you are following Aaron on Twitter at RaceWeather as things get closer here to the green flag, so that you can stay up to date on how things are looking. Aaron, we will talk to you in a couple weeks here, sir.
Sounds good. And I will be on Twitter actually within mere moments and then updating tonight. So I'm sure you'll be on as well.
Absolutely. All right, man. We'll catch you soon.
Have a great week.
Thanks, you too. We'll see you. All right, Lap Traffic Nation, joining me on the line. You can follow him on Twitter at RaceWeather, on the web at raceweather.net. Mr. Aaron Studwell, sir, good evening. How are you?
Good evening, sir. I'm doing well, and yourself?
I am good. It's good to have you back. I'm liking the back and forth. It's been a lot of fun. It's been fresh, I think, for everybody. So welcome back.
Yeah, in all honesty, I do miss it, but I understand the situation, and I think, like you said, it's good to mix it up every now and then. And then when we get into the summertime and we need to cover for each other, it'll definitely be easier for us to be in a routine with you and each other.
Absolutely. All right, let's shift topic here. Racing this past weekend, Phoenix. What'd you think?
I enjoyed the Cup race. I enjoyed the package, the low downforce, the tiny little. Great. I'm like, I saw a picture of the spoiler. I'm like, oh, that's so much smaller than anything else I've seen in the last 4 years. I'd have to guess.
Probably more than that. But yeah, I'm with you.
Higher horsepower is a great package. The thing that worries me is NASCAR. We're going to go back and look and see how we can tweak this package. No. Leave it alone.
We know we're going to get this at Bristol, Martinsville. I'm not sure if they're going to throw in some of like the mile tracks, if they're going to use it at Richmond or anything like that.
Dover would be good.
That would be amazing. I look for it provided great racing, and I hope we get it. Let's tie in racing here. Lapped traffic fantasy, weatherman head to head. You and I suffered with Ryan Blaney's 1 point this week.
I suffered with Denny's Hamlin's just bad driving.
Well, see, therein lies the underlying point there. The trend, though, of whomever has given the forecast has won that week. So it's currently tied at 2-2 in the head-to-head battle. And if Trends, you're a weather guy, Trends, right? That's what you use a little bit in your predictions. So the trend should indicate that you should win this week.
I'm happy with that.
And that said, let's talk a little weather. I'm very excited. All 3 series are running. Doubleheader Saturday. How are we looking for the PETM boys who will be headed to the races this weekend?
That explains why it's raining every day.